We now prepare to have that final game this afternoon. We'll start in just a few moments. Bayleaf Blasters, they coming up against Ginger General. This game will determine the team which are going to meet Nutmeg Warriors in the final come tomorrow afternoon. Really a keen game is expected. And certainly, John, I think is one of the bigger games in the tournament as we aim to confirm the finalists for the second edition of this Dream 11 T10 tournament.
Yeah, Crony, if there is one game that is very important this afternoon is the the, the second qualifier.
Yes, very important. Yeah, as we look again at picturesque St. George's, we look at really this beautiful facility here, and we look at the surrounding. They're probably going a little bit further. And John, speaking this morning about the network of roads that we have as we look at the small villages, areas around St. George's, and coming up there seem to be trying to pick that building at the top of the hill there. But certainly is a really nice site as we view those narrow roads going through the town of St. George. And as we see, despite the hot sun, there's a lot of green as we see the trees. Uh, yeah, and just reminded the Parliament building as we looked at the top there. And you know that which would have been built not too long. We look at the housing schemes. That's just above us here at the National Stadium, and then we probably will come down to yeah. As we coming down, I guess we go closer to tongue, and we look at just coming across, and really just looking at the buildings as they are situated in the St. George's area. We look at a playing field just to the left of this cricket stadium, the athletic stadium, Kirani James Athletic Stadium, the warm-up track just to the right of it. I guess we view the coastline, the sea. We also look at the cemetery just above. Certainly tremendous sight. The teams for today, Qualifier 2. As we see, everything is basically in place for this final game. Again, really nice venue. Yes.
Yeah, Crony, I'm quite picturesque. Looking from the site from on top, coming way down to the Grenada National Stadium and the Kirani James uh, track stadium. Very impressive, and I must say, Crony, the infrastructure of playing fields and of course in sporting facilities in Grenada is exemplary, and it's obvious that a lot of emphasis on is placed on sporting facilities in and around Grenada.
Yes, certainly I could tell you that a lot of emphasis is being placed on sports and the facility that we build. As you see, both stadium they're just next to each other, and international venues, as you know, um, track and field at the highest level is being done here. Likewise, cricket.
And of course, the local parishes outside of town, you would certainly boast the likes of La Sagesse and Progress Park in the countryside, if I may say it. It's really nice that the folks from these parts of Grenada can have facilities which are similar to the one down here at the Grenada National Stadium.
Yeah, and you're certainly right about that. Lasages and Progress Park were two of the venues that had to be prepared for the World Cup 2007 and such. It was so necessary. We now go down to go down to the field, we get a toss, and we'll hear the views of the captain, and just we'll know who would have won the toss for this important encounter.
Welcome to the toss for match number 28. It is qualifier number 2. We are into the business end of the tournament, where two teams will be battling to play in the grand finale tomorrow right here at the National Cricket Stadium. We have here at the toss the match referee, Mr. Carl Felix, and our two captains, Devon Smith, the home captain from the Bayleaf Blasters, and Roland Cato of the Ginger Generals. Mr. Match referee, it's over to you.
Point to the head.
The call is ahead by Cato, and I'm chasing it, and it is settling on ahead. Roland Cato, Mr. Referee, just to confirm the toss. Cato, you guys have won, and the toss ought to be the decision of the Ginger Generals.
We'll have a bowl first.
You guys, Ginger Generals, you guys would have had pretty good success coming in yesterday. Quite convincing victory there. Must be feeling happy with your guys' performance yesterday.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that we as a team played a complete game yesterday. We went out on bowl first, bowled the guys on 90 runs, which we was looking to do, and the openers just did a fantastic job once more.
You guys are noted for your reliance on spin in the last few matches. It has been working for you and must be feeling good as a captain. You have so many options you can call on.
Yeah, I mean, in my team I have a lot of options. On the days what really working for us, we'll work with. So if you come today and the spin is working, we'll bowl spin. If the spin is not working, then we have pacers in our lineup that's capable of bowling at any attack. Yesterday
you would have played in the Eliminator 1. How do you get your guys refocused for this big match today?
We just take it game by game, Yesterday has already gone. We just look to correct things that we didn't do right yesterday and just come out. I think the guys are in good spirits. We are on a high, so I just hopefully that today it works out perfect again.
All right, well, Roland, all the best to you and your guys, and we wish you guys all the best. Look to see if you can be making it to the big day tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Devon Smith, another match here. You had the luxury of having two bites of the cherry. It's a second bite, and it's now do or die for the Bayleaf Blasters.
Yeah, every game is very important to us. This game is like a final. If we lose, we enter the tournament, but if we win, then we have another chance. I think the guys are ready. They know what the importance of the game, so yeah, we're ready to play this game.
In terms of the target, you need to put on a good score that you can defend later on. What do you think would be a good one you'd want to aim for?
Yeah, anything over 110, 115 would be a good target for us. Consider that we can start keeping a bit low. So, that could go to our advantage. So, runs on the board is runs on the board. So, once we give a good a show of ourselves, let's go and play to the best of our ability.
Yesterday you had a defeat in the Qualifier 1. How would you have got your guys to refocus to face this big matchup today?
Yeah, the guys know where we fell short. You can't be chasing 107 runs and only lose 3 wickets. And they accept, where they fall short. So, they're looking forward to the game today.
And finally, in terms of changes, any changes to the squad for this big match?
No, we're playing the same team.
All right, well, Devon, all the best to you and Bayleaf Blasters, and we look forward to seeing you guys further in the tournament.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that was the toss won by Ginger Generals. They have asked Bayleaf Blasters to bat first.
Yes, and there we have it. Ginger Generals won the toss, and they will field first. Any surprise, John?
No, no surprise. I think Ginger Generals have chased well based on what has transpired before in the tournament. But saying that, you really cannot count out Bayleaf Blasters. They have quality within the setup. They have quality within the team, and I think that they would come and bat properly and set a total that it will be challenging to the Ginger Generals.
Yeah, and we do hope for the good of the game. This is a big game. And this is probably one of the biggest games in the tournament. Yes, Nutmeg Warriors would have won, and they have gone to the final, but this one is really a major game. And one would hope that we see the top players really competing strongly. We want to see the likes of Hodge and Devon Smith and the likes of Kemani Milius, Roland Keto, and Yuan Jeremiah, which would really make a good match. Pleased to say that the conditions are fine. It's much lighter than it was in the previous game this morning, when it was probably a little bit on the cloudy side. But as we look at both teams, I think both teams are set and ready to go. Bayleaf Blasters, Devon Smith captain, Amikel Dubisset, Kavem Hodge, Devon Smith, Sherman Lewis, Neilon Pascal, Alvin Ramnath, Jelani Robinson, Richard Rogers, Dennis Smith, Nkosi St. Clair. Ginger Generals, Roland Keto, captain, Reynold Charles, Samuel Charles, Larry Edward, Denroy Charles, Johan Jeremiah, Daniel MacDonald, Kimani Milius, Kimo Peters, Nicholas Redhead, and Javel St. Paul. A team look pretty balanced as we look at the players on both teams.
Yes, both teams look quite balanced on paper. What would be interesting is how efficient and how who sets the pace running for going forward. Which team really has the upper hand come power play come end of innings. Are we going to see an average score of 100? Are we going to see a challenging score of 130, or are we going to see a below par score? So we really have to wait and see. But on both sides, there are some powerful players, and they have really shown that they could really take on any attack.
What we did here with the toss and the views of Bayleaf Blasters, Devon Smith saying that they will probably want to go up 115. Obviously getting 150, and he made a very important point that if you get up just anywhere above around 115, the tendency of the wicket to keep a little bit low later on. And it's the reason why I ask you your view in terms of what you would have done on the wicket, because I'm thinking that this is a wicket that have been played on. We have one match played on it today, and this will be the final match being played on that particular wicket. I probably would have been tempted to bat first. Yes. Maybe I'm thinking now that you're playing 4 innings on that particular strip. And I would think that obviously the last inning on that strip probably might be the most difficult inning. So I probably would have opted to bat first.
I think Ginger Generals going on history, what has happened before. They have chased down pretty well. They have chased down scores by other teams. But I think Devon Smith said it right at the toss. He said the ball seems to be keeping us a little bit low, and we saw that especially to the right arm off spinner to Alec Atana. Some balls really did keep low. So we will have to wait and see. And Keto made mention of whatever works for the team. That's what they're going to continue with. They're going to start with spin, and then they could revert to fast bowling. But we'll have to wait and see. I think that batting first would probably be the best option on this pitch.
Yeah, certainly. An important point, as Keto mentioned, he said, what works. And maybe he's thinking now that they batted second and batted beautifully and will want to continue in that vein. Now we just see the opening pair actually reaching out just before the team. Bayleaf Blasters are going to take first strike. The sun comes back out. It's a bit of a gathering. Junior Murray, Raw Lewis stand. Persons just coming out to view the game. But we are expecting really a keen contest. As we look at the umpires for this match. Dayton Butler and Roger Davis, probably 2 of the most experienced qualified umpires.
Yeah, definitely. Dayton Butler, West Indies panel, West Indies umpire, and umpire Rogers also look quite efficient in his matches so far. Kavem Hodge and Jelani Robinson. Definitely 2 players with immense talent. They could explode, and they could set up Bayleaf Blasters with a good start.
Yes, and interesting, this opening pair, both from Dominica, they would have known each other very well. So that goes all well in terms of the running between the wicket, the communication between the wicket. I imagine these are the guys that probably might be able to speak a different language outside that nobody is knowing. There's, particularly if there's a St. Lucian very close, might be able to pick it up.
There's two St. Lucians on the Ginger General team.
So we're about to see the first ball. Denroy Charles, the off spinner, coming from the southern end, and he's going to bowl to Robinson, the right-handed Robinson. Play down to mid-wicket, and the batsman go for one, attempting a second. But good movement there by Edwards, coming off the mid-wicket boundary. So Bayleaf blasters off the mark, one without loss. Bayleaf blasters being sent into bat. The Kavim Hodge, captain of the Volcanoes team. Really a talented cricketer. One who really spent a lot of time on working on his game. He comes forward and push it back along the wicket. Yeah, we are expecting a really exciting game here, as both teams is trying to make it to the finals. Charles, right arm off spin, short delivery, cut just past the backward point for 4. At least a short delivery, really asked to be hit, and he just hit it back, maybe a more short third man, which was wide, and it went down to the boundary for 4.
Yeah, short delivery by Charles, and Kavim Hodge making no mistake, just hitting this one to the right of the backward, the short third man really, and collecting the first boundary.
5 without loss. Good confident start by Hodge. He faces Charles Bond, giving some air, push down to mid-wicket. They probably would look for 2 here. Yes, they're going to come back for 2, and really good work by Edwards coming in off the boundary. He really was quick across the field, and just missed the stump as the batsman really scampered for 2.
Yes, a good running by the batsman, but Larry Edwards very quick along the park. Almost is in a run out. I think if this ball had hit Robinson would have been out.
Yeah, look very close. Charles Smith just Hodge just pulling away. 7 without loss. The sun comes back out. Charles, this one is pushed back along the wicket. Quicker delivery by Charles. It's 7 without loss. As Charles, and this one is full and played down to backward square. Again, they're looking for a run there, but good movement by Redhead. And just avoided them from taking that single. At the end of the first over, 7 without loss. Bayleaf Blasters being asked to bat first.
Yeah, good over by Charles. This delivery, Kavim Hodge really missing out on a full pitch delivery on leg stump. Just 7 of the first over from Charles. A good start by Charles, really.
Yeah, just fortunate that full delivery on leg stump was not put away. But he will be pleased at just 7 from that first over. Now we've seen the spin of Kimo Peters. He's going to pick it up from this end. Peters, better known for his batting, and really has come on in this tournament. He picked up some important wicket, and we have seen, I think it's the second time he's partnering opening the bowling. First delivery short, and Kane Robinson looking to hit that some way over backward square. I made no contact.
Yeah, Robinson really missing out on this poor delivery down the leg side. Kimbo Charles angling this one down the leg side.
Left arm around the wicket. As Peters, bowled to Robinson, is back and cutting this one. This going to go down to the boundary for 4, just over the head of that short third man. Again, another short delivery, and he didn't get hold of it as he expected, but the result that he wanted, picked up 4.
Yeah, this one shot outside our stump. Robinson looking to cut this one down through point, but just eluding the fielder at short third man and going down to the boundary for 4.
So 11 without loss. over number 2, Chemo Peters. Another short delivery. Where does it go down to mid wicket? Straight to the fielder on the mid wicket boundary. Javid St. Paul. Would be disappointed that he didn't make more use of that delivery.
Yeah, Chemo Paul just seems to be on the short side today.
It has been a surprise package for Ginger Journals, Peters. Really picked up some really important wickets. Had a good start yesterday. As he's again, Hodge not quite ready. No, Peters on his way. Wide of the off stump. Again, no shot offered by Hodge. So just struggling a bit today, Peters. As he's around the wicket, the ball to Hodge, giving some air. Again, another wide signal. Again, Hodge looking to drive.
Not a very impressive start there by Peters. Really struggling with his line and his length, and umpire Butler signaling yet another wide.
Yeah, the captain Keto just having a word with Peters as he again giving some air. Again, looking to drive outside the off stump. Hodge make no contact. So still 2 deliveries left in the over. Giving some air, hit down to long on. And Jeremiah comes off the boundary. So Cavem Hodge on 7, Robinson on 6. It's 15 without loss. He's still in the second over. Robinson for this delivery. Another short delivery. Again, looking to hit somebody through the offside. Not timing, probably just staying a bit. Hit it hard into the ground and it went back on the onside. That completes Peters' first over, going for 8 in that over. After 2 overs, it's 15 without loss, Bayleaf Blasters.
Yeah, Bayleaf Blasters really not really getting the type of start that they would really want. Just 15 after the first 2 overs. Really, the spinners really not giving them any opportunity to score.
Yeah, January Charles, and his first over going for 7. And he would be bowling to Cavem Hodge. Hodge, he lifts this one and goes over long on for 6. Really good hit onto the stands there it went, the first deck. But he used his feet and got to the pitch of this one and lifted it over long on.
Yeah, magnificent shot by Cavem Hodge. Not very often we see batsmen using their feet and coming down and hitting straight, but on this occasion, Cavem Hodge picking up the length quickly and using his feet really quickly and depositing this one way over long on for 6.
Yeah, good shot by Hodge. Didn't try to drag it too much as he faces Charles. As he's up to the board, the Hodge shorter delivery, which is pushed down to mid wicket. They're probably going to pick up 2 here, no, just 1. Again, Edwards very quick coming off the mid wicket boundary and just limited batsman to 1. 22. Hodge moves to 14. And Larry just really quick across the ground. For this pitch up and hit to square past this square backward square leg field, and this is going to go across the road for another 4. A bad miss by Redhead. The full toss that really needed to be put away. And Hodge picking up another boundary. That's Robinson picking up another boundary. So the score moves to 26 without loss. Charles coming in just a bit of rough treatment in this over as he's on his way to bowl to another full toss, which was played back to the bowler. He would have loved to do a lot more with that delivery. Jelani Robinson, he's on 10. He faces Charles again, look and sweep in. Where does this one go? Lovely shot. It goes over mid wicket, backward square for 6. Ball pitched up and down on 1. He's lifted it and it went over backward square for another huge 6.
Yeah, this is an excellent shot by Jelani Robinson, going down on one knee and really picking up the length of this delivery, and a magnificent shot over deep backward square.
So he moves to 16-32. Big over. Charles going for 24, final delivery. The sun shines brightly. Quicker delivery, push down again to that mid-wicket area, and they do the first one very quickly. But look at Edwards across the field. Really coming in very quickly. And the batsman only picking up 1. So that completes the third over. It's 33 without loss. And Bayleaf Blasters picking up the tempo.
Yeah, a good over there by Bayleaf Blasters. Some 18 runs coming out of this over from Charles, Hodge, and Robinson making full use of the power play in this over.
Yeah, good confident start by Bayleaf Blasters. Hodge 14. He has faced just 9 deliveries, and Robinson 17 from 9 deliveries. So Kimo Peters continues the attack from this northern end. Robinson. As Peters to Robinson. Robinson looking to pull this one. Where does this one go? Down to mid wicket for another 4. Ball shortish in length, but what did he? Went right back and give himself the time and pull it down to that mid wicket region. And again, he picking up another important boundary.
Yeah, Peters really too short on this occasion, and Kavim Hodge depositing this one along the ground, really past the man at mid wicket down to the boundary for 4.
So 21. Robinson it is that played that shot. He goes to 21, 37 without loss. Still in a power play, the 4th over. Kimo Peters once again giving this one some air, and comes up the edge there. Go to the short third man. Again, Hodge, Robinson not getting hold of this delivery. Peters around the wicket again, and he's sweeping this one down to square leg, down to backward square for 4. Again, pitch up and really getting into good position, and hitting it over backward square, picking up another boundary.
Yes, these two Dominican batsmen being brought up on spin, because over the years we know Dominica has produced some really great spinners, Javan Etienne, Thomas Kentish, Mervyn Durant, and these two batsmen really making use of the spin bowling right now.
Yes, they really seem to have the advantage as Peters. Again, tossed up. Again, he's driving. Beautiful shot through extra cover for 4. Lovely shot. Over pitch delivery. And this is one time we see that the foot came out. And he stroked it beautifully through the offside for 4.
Yes, a magnificent shot by Robinson. Getting to the pitch of this one and just caressing this one really to the left of Larry Edwards, down to the boundary for 4.
45 without loss. Really impressive start by Bayleaf Blasters. Still 2 deliveries to complete the 4th over for play. No change in the field. Edwards at mid-off inside the circle. Extra cover. Captain K2. Short delivery, and this one is hit straight to the cover fielder. Again, probably just dropping 1 bounce in front. 45 without loss. And he's hitting this one. This one goes over wide long on for 6. Ball pitched up. And Robinson, you just get into the pitch of it and lifted it. And it went over mid-wicket for 6. Really good shot.
Yes, a magnificent shot there by Robinson. He's really seen the spinners from the Ginger Generals really putting some big shots out, Robinson. Some lovely footwork and getting in the right position, Crony. We must say that he's getting in the right position this afternoon and really playing some excellent shots, Robinson.
Yeah, and that makes it different. If you are able to get into position, more than often you'll get placement, and you certainly will get timing. And that was a good shot, 51. So the 50 come up in 4 overs. Bayleaf Blaster will be confident with that start. 51 without loss,
Yes,
4 overs.
an excellent power play by the Bayleaf Blasters, 51.
So Reynald Charles going to pick it up from that southern end. Now we have the long off on the boundary, extra the cover on the boundary, and the backward point on the boundary. Long on and mid wicket. Charles. A right arm off spin, and we bowl into Cavem Hodge. Left short delivery, and Hodge look at the cut, made no contact. Probably missed out on that delivery. Reynald Charles left arm sees another short delivery. This time it hit down to the field at backward point, and just picking up a single. Will he be disappointed not picking the gap on this one? The score moves to 52 without loss, and Jelani Robinson is on 35, 15 deliveries. Face under this one is pitch up driven again down to that backward point region, and they picking up another single. It's 53 without loss in the 5th over, and Charles in his 1st over. As he wrong the wicket ball again, looking for the big hit there is Cavem Hodge, not really getting hold of this. No timing. We picked up a single in the process. So he moves to 16, 54 without loss. Yes. Charles. As he's another shot, he swung, and this one goes over mid wicket for 6. Okay, good shot, short delivery, and Robinson really picked it up very quickly and getting into a good position, hit it over mid wicket, and it sailed over the mid wicket fence.
Yes, another excellent shot by Robinson. A short delivery there, and Robinson really using all of the crease and rocking back and hitting this one over the fielder at deep mid wicket and collecting 6 more runs. 60. A very good start by the Bayleaf Blasters.
Charles to Robinson, who quickly moves to 42, and he's hitting this one down to again the mid wicket. Edwards comes off the boundary, and he arms another single. So at the end of 5 overs, Bayleaf Blasters was asked to bat for their 61 without loss. Delaney Robinson really quickly moving to 43 from 18 deliveries, and Cavem Hodge 16 from 12.
Yeah, the Bayleaf Blasters in a good position, a very good start.
So we're looking at Captain K2 will have to do some thinking. It's been a really flying start by Bayleaf Blasters. Bayleaf Blasters was asked to bat first, and really encouraging start by Bayleaf Blasters. As I welcome, good afternoon, Stevenson.
Well, they're really blasting the way through. There's no question about that. It's a productive first 5 overs, so they probably could get up to 125.
Well, the captain did say just around 115. They would love to get up to that total 115 or more. So Javed St. Paul, who really was the man of the match yesterday, pick up some important wickets, and I do say he's going to probably try to use a lot of variation. First delivery, and it's hit just over that short third man and goes down to the boundary for 4. Again, Jelani Robertson, this giving the width there, and flashing, just come off the edge and goes off just over the short third man.
Well, they do tell you, Rafael, that if you're going to go after it when it's outside the off stump, if you're going to flash hard. And that's exactly what he did. Flashed hard, went peeling, screaming off the edge, down to third man for 4. That was the late Freddie Truman said never applaud anything that goes down to third man and down to fine leg. He was a Puritan.
Interesting. St. Paul, once again, bowled to Robinson. Robinson pushes this one down to long on. Jeremiah comes quickly off the boundary. So he moves to 48, and really, just in 20 deliveries, really have been a turnaround. Robinson scored 53 batting through the inning yesterday. And again, they just not been able to get over the line. But this time around, it's 48 from 20. Really has been playing a different inning today. Around the wicket to Hodge. And Hodge is swinging this one, goes over mid-wicket. And the fielder on the boundary just had to look at it and sail over mid-wicket for another 6.
He took that out from outside the off stump. That was what made the shot so interesting. Way outside the off stump and slanting across the right-hander's body. Put the left pad down and, of course, the right pad right on the turf. Swept it over mid-wicket for 6. It was quite an extraordinary shot.
72 without loss, and you see the keeper, Samuel Charles, just running right down to St. Paul. St. Paul, who bowled very well yesterday, picked up wickets, and was very economical. His first over, so going for 11 and 3 deliveries.
Yeah, I would like to see some of these bowlers bowl the slow ball. I haven't seen a whole lot of it in the tournament.
Let's see what St. Paul does as he continues around the wicket to bowl to Hodge. And Hodge again is hitting down to mid-wicket and really going to take some stopping. Good shot that supposed clear the boundary for another 4. But really, again, really hitting that ball, really timing the ball really well at his race across the surface. And Hodge picking up another boundary.
That too was tugged from outside the off stump. Now, what Hodge is doing, I think he favors the leg side from the context that there are less fielders there. So rather than going onto the back foot and cutting through the offside, now there is a sweeper and there's a deep cover that's going to be pushed back now, deep extra cover and a conventional extra cover, then the long off. So I guess his argument is it's harder to pierce the offside field. Let's go over mid-wicket.
Well, let's see what he does as St. Paul is up to the bowl, and this is wide off the off stump and called wide by the umpire. Good discipline shown there by Hodge, not chasing after this one outside the off stump. It's 77 without loss. He's still in the 6th over, and St. Paul none for 16 so far.
Yeah, this is very fast scoring.
Again, wide off the off stump. Very wide. Let's see.
He's got to be careful because he seems to be getting wider and wider. You wouldn't want that to go off the pitch itself because it'll be deemed a no ball.
Yeah.
But this is a fine partnership by these two. Both Hodge and Robinson, they've played well. Robinson, the more aggressive of the two.
So it's 78 as St. Paul. Again, just missing his run there. I really would be worried. I think that Captain K2, Ginger Generals, really would be concerned with the rate that this pair is scoring.
Yeah, I thought too that maybe K2 missed a trick or two. I thought he'd probably have spin one end and pace in the other end, just for variation.
So here's St. Paul. He's out wicket ball. And this one is hit again. No timing. Again, looking for the leg side. And this one bouncing back on the onside. And another single to Hodge. It's pretty strange to see him play the sort of inning that he's playing. He's such a touch player, times the ball well. That he really is looking to pull from just outside the off stump.
Well, one hopes that players can remember and have the mind to remind themselves what version of game that they're playing.
Again, another wide ball pulled by St. Paul. Robinson just having a look at it. That really St. Paul's under some pressure now. He's gone for 19 in this over.
That's close to be a no ball too. No ball in terms of width. I just felt that looked very, very wide indeed.
St. Paul. Robinson on 48. Pitch up and they look into, he bowl him. Again, Robinson hitting right around this one as he goes into his wicket and trying to hit, probably trying to play it fine and just losing his stump there. We a good blow struck there.
Well, he went way outside the off stump and left the leg stump exposed. In fact, the middle and leg stump exposed. I thought that was a good delivery by St. Paul. It was good because he was making room outside the off stump to lift it maybe over mid wicket or maybe backward square, and went too far across, missed everything, and no wonder he lost the leg stump.
Yeah, well, certainly have been a good inning, 48 and really only 21 deliveries, so you really would have given them the sort of start that they desired. It's 80 for 1 in 6 overs. As you see the advent of the captain Devon Smith, they would be happy with the start that they have so far.
Oh, 80 for 1 of 6. And if they maybe can get maybe another 35 runs in the next 4 overs, then they're going to be really challenging the opponent. This is a great start here. 80 for 1 of only 6. And Hodge is still there, so he's set. And it's a good opportunity for Devon to use all his skill and dexterity and experience to bring the Bayleaf Blasters up maybe to 130 thereabout.
Yeah, they will be disappointed if it doesn't get up to 130 from here. Charles, this one is pulled down to mid-wicket. Again, Edwards, they come back for a second run. Good work there by Larry Edwards, who have really been moving quickly across the boundary. Really patrolling that mid-wicket boundary.
Yes, he's like a gazelle. Beautiful to watch as he traverses and goes after balls, pick them up in one motion and sends it back.
Again, wide delivery. Again, just train in length there. I make it's 83 for 1. This one is swung. Now where does this one goes? Massive shot for 6, and we probably had to look at the replay to see where that ball really went.
Wicket.
But certainly pitched up, and he got on right Hodge and lifted it over mid wicket.
Big. It really went big.
As we see it really
into the first tier, and I would think maybe about 8 rows back.
Yeah, big 6. Really hit that well. The score moves to 89 for 1, and Hodge moves to 35. We certainly seen some explosive batting. Probably it's the first game that I think we would have seen it in this tournament. The stand of 18 6 overs, and maybe probably we'll check probably later to see if there's the biggest opening stand of 80. Would not be the biggest, but in terms of the run rate, 18 6 overs. I really would have given Bayleaf Blaster the start that really they will be happy about. 89 for 1. Hodge faces another delivery, and this is wide, very wide, and will be called a no ball.
Yes. I just thought that there was one before Raphael, which to me went way off the pitch and should have been called a no ball, but it was pronounced wide. This one was just too far out, quite rightfully too. That's a no ball.
So free hit, Kevin Hodge on 35 as he prepares to face Charles. And he's lifting this one down to long off, over long off for 6. Pitched up and really give it the right treatment, and it's so good to see that he went straight and didn't try to hit across it, but hit it straight. And it really went over long off. Long off was getting into position, but just had to look at it and sail over his head.
Well, he didn't allow it to spiral. I think it went rather flat, but with sufficient height to go over the fielder down there at long off his head.
96 for 1, he moves to 4 to 1, and he's playing this one down to backward point. Again, Hodge picking up another single. So he quickly moves to 42. So 96 for 1. We're still in the 7th over.
He should be in a half century here, Hodge.
Yeah, certainly we'll look to get his half century. Charles going for some 27. So he has none for 27 in the 2nd over.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's very expensive. And we're down to the end, so to speak, the death area of the innings. So the tempo should be even growing here.
Smith plays this one to that short man region, pick up another single. So Devon Smith off the mark. Face of his first delivery. 98 for 1. What a start, Bayleaf Blasters. Remember, they only got up to 107 against this same team. Short delivery, again cut down to backward point, and they walk a single as that concludes the 7th over. Bayleaf Blasters being sent into bat, and 99 for 1.
But they haven't had many dot balls, the Ginger Generals and the Bayleaf Blasters. Have really been blasting their way. They're just one shot of 100, and they must be very, very happy with 21 legal deliveries to go. They'll want to make sure that that kind of run rate will go 2 runs per one ball, and they must be eyeing another 40 runs.
Yeah, I agree. I think so. As I said, they will be very disappointed if they get anything less than 130. But they could easily go up to 145.
Huh.
3 overs ago. And the left arm spin of Larry Edwards. And he's going to pick it up from this not an end.
Well, Raphael, at the end of this over, we're going to do our own prediction, as usual. John is not with us this afternoon. We're going to keep him out of this one.
Edwards, short delivery, swing down to long on. Again, Jeremiah comes off the boundary. Hodge.
Well, just so that you got it right this morning, didn't you?
100 for 1.
100 for 1 in 7.1 overs. Oh, that's carnage.
Yeah, impressive start. Really impressive batting by Bayleaf Blasters.
And just to let listeners know that we make our own projections here when we get to about the 8th over, and we're going to try to see who wins.
Smith is looking to try. Comes up the edge, go to the short fine leg. The redhead moving to his right, so one more to Smith.
We're told that you got yours right this morning, Raphael. Well, let's see what happens today.
101 for 1. Edwards. This one is cut down to the fielder on the boundary. Again, the ambles are singles. Have been a good over so far by Edwards. Just going for 3. 3 singles, 102 for 1. Again, we just want to welcome all our viewers and listeners, Sportsmax, Winner TV, St. Lucia, and our local station, MTV. We're so happy to have you with us in this tournament. This one is swung down to mid-wicket. Where does it go? And goes down to mid-wicket for 4. Again, Smith, short delivery, and Smith really giving it the full treatment.
Yeah, he hit that as though it was easy as Sunday afternoon. Just rocked onto the back foot and just lifted it almost in a carefree manner down to the mid-wicket boundary for 4. That was a lovely shot. Really lovely.
106 for 1. Edwards to Smith. Another short delivery. Smith pulled down to mid-wicket. This one goes straight to the fielder on the mid-wicket boundary. 107 for 1. Edwards going for 8 in this over.
Well, he'll want to end well here. Can't afford to give away a boundary. Not with this final delivery is over.
as he's up to. This one again is hit down to mid wicket. No time in there as Kavim Hodge looking to clear the mid wicket boundary. Get all along the ground. That concludes the 8 over. 108 for 1 after 8 overs. Bayleaf Blasters having been lost the toss and was sent into bat.
Yes, so Raphael, my total is 123.
Yeah,
Charles is saying not more than 120. I'm saying 123.
yeah,
What's yours?
I would say at least 130.
130. Yes, so viewers out there, the total that we've got in the commentary booth, as we do quite interestingly every day when we come up to about the 8th over. My target seemed to suggest 123 and Raphael 130. Let's see who's going to win this one today.
So Nicholas Redhead, he's going to pick it up in his first over from the southern end. Kavim Hodge 46 as he waits as Redhead on his way to bowl to Hodge. Hodge again going to cut wide, belatedly signaled by the umpire. As Hodge is looking to reach for this one.
Yeah, maybe just barely outside. It was touch and go. One might say the umpire was a little harsh, but it was wide.
109. Backward point on the boundary, cover on the boundary, long off. Cover and a short third man. Short fine leg, backward square, and a long on. Nicholas Redhead. Keen Hodge looking to pull, short lift in delivery, making no contact. See Redhead really bending in his back there. And Calvin Hodge looking to pull.
Did he put on a bit of weight, Redhead? Raphael? No?
I don't think so. I don't think so really.
Just wondering. Just looked a little fuller. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my vision is not the best, which I must admit is
Probably
not
look
the best
just probably lumbering a bit. You know him to be really running it smoothly and quickly. But let's see, he's up to the wicket bowl. This one is hit again. That's straight to the backward square fielder, traveling very quickly. And the batsman was able to take a single, not cleanly stopped. There have been a good over so far, 110 for 1. And Kimo Peters in that backward square position really had to go down quickly. Left-handed Smith comes into strike.
147 of 26. So he no doubt will be eyeing that landmark of half a century. And if he gets there, it'll be well deserved.
Yeah, he has played well. Open stand of 80 in 6 overs. Chilani Robinson going for 48. See. Nicholas Redden now comes around the wicket to the left-handed Devon Smith. He's up to the ball to Smith, and Smith again is looking to swing this one somewhere down to mid-wicket. A wide long on. Again, we have spoken over and over in terms of I would have gone straight, really.
Yes, you're safe, actually. And the long on is rather wide, so you could take the chance, even with a little bottom-handedness into it, and try to hit it more on the straighter side. Safe down the ground.
110 for 1. We still have some 9 deliveries left, legitimate deliveries left.
Don't think they'll get up to the 130 mark, though.
So let's see, Redhead. And Smith is hitting this one. This one goes high in the air, and the long off coming off the boundary and takes a good catch. Kimani Milius. And certainly big blow struck there by Ginger Generals, picking up the wicket of Smith. 110 for the loss of 2 wickets. Smith out caught by Milius of the bowling of Redhead.
Yes, came in really. That went very high in the air, and Milius kept his composure well. Never looked like dropping the catch at all. And Devon Smith having to go back for 7 of 6 deliveries. 110 for 2. And a wicket they could have ill afford, but remembering at this point in the innings where you will have to take some chances. If you're going to be playing the shorter version, refill, you've got to take chances. If you're brave and if you're not bold and you're shy and you bat with fair, then you're not going to be successful, especially in the shorter versions.
Yes, and just with eight deliveries left, obviously you need, and only 2 wickets down. So you would want to take chances. You want to give yourself a chance, get up to a total, as big as possible. And Smith there, be looking to hit over long off.
And the batsman did cross, so Hodge will be taking strike.
Redhead goes back over the wicket to the right-handed Hodge, and misses his run up. And just look. Maybe just lumbering a little bit. One wonders if he's 100% fit as he comes in there. And maybe it's the reason you ask, me the question in terms of whether he put on a little bit. Just look lumbering a bit.
Yeah, I looked at him also in the field there at mid-wicket earlier on, and didn't look as fast and as brisk as he would have done in our 4 times.
Well, here he is in his first over. Down the leg side will be signal wide. 111. Yeah, just seem to be struggling a bit as we look at him walk back. Bayleaf Blasters really have been after a good start. Will want to end strong.
Yeah, these guys have played quite a bit of cricket over the last few days, practically non-stop. So it could be very taxing and challenging on the body.
Yeah, I think sometimes we don't give them the credit they deserve. Redhead, this one hit and good stop by the cover fielder Keto. Oh, that done so easily. Just struck firmly, but Hodge was able to pick up one more. He moves to 48 from 27 deliveries. And Robinson would have scored 48 from 21 deliveries. So the right-handed Dennis Smith comes into strike as he faces Redhead. The wide outside the off stump again, and the umpire signal a wide. Again, Redhead just seemed to be struggling. Not getting it right. And this was almost wide enough to be called a no ball.
He still picked up an interesting wicket, an important wicket rather. It's 1 for 5. But he had 3 wides in the over.
He's up to the wicket ball to Smith. And Smith, again, is looking for the big drive, not getting hold of it. Good length delivery, just going out on the onside. And Smith picking up his first run. And at the end of 9 overs, 113 for 2.
Well, they've just changed the score to 114. It means that they will have to get 16 for your magic total of 130.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, if they get 9.
Your 9 is closer than 16, so you 114 for 2, and we into the last over. Edwards gonna pick up the attack. His first over going for 9. So it had been a good comeback by Ginger Generals. They didn't allow it to run away.
Oh, yeah, at one point they looked like at about 125, 130, 135. Now it's looking very challenging to get there.
Edwards left arm around the wicket to Dennis Smith. Smith is looking to drive. He just drives straight back and he's out, run out. Kavim Hodge looking for the single. Balls hit straight back to Edwards, who quickly just turn and hit the stump. And the umpire, right position. Hodge being given out. Really and a good decision. Really good decision by the umpire. I think it was hit first before the bat went down. We're going to have another look at it. That's an important blow there. Yeah, bat in the air. And good decision by the umpire.
Well, Hodge looked disappointing, as if in disapproval too. But just looking at the replay suggests that he was in fact run out. The bat didn't touch down before the ball had connected to the stumps. Good work there by Edward. Really good work.
So Hodge going for 48, and the score still 114 for 3. 5 deliveries left. Ginger General will feel that they really would have pulled it back.
St. Hilaire has come in.
Nicosi St. Hilaire. And he's driving down to cover, and that goes across the road for 4. Good shot. As he really just put his foot across and hit it through the covers for 4.
No, that was a good shot. That was a really good shot. Overpitched outside the off stump, and he struck it through the line, just went freely through the line, out to extra cover. Well struck.
118.
I did say overpitch, but I don't think it was quite overpitch. I think he
hit through the line. Yeah, drove through the line. And he's driving again, not timing, but goes down to long on Jeremiah. So St. Hilaire pick up one more, 119. Still 3 deliveries left. Still need 4 more to make 123.
Yeah, I probably should have said 126. That's what I should have said. Might be closer to my figure than Raphael Croni's figure.
Nicosis St. Hilaire. And this again is driving down to cover. Again, bonks. Oh, good stop by the fielder. That ball just seemingly bonks away from him. And the batsman pick up 2 runs in the process.
Good work to recover down there. It looks like Milius. The ball seemed to be spinning away from him and had to dive to his left to knock it down. Did that.
121 for 3. 2 deliveries left. Edwards 1 for 16, and he's going to bowl to St. Hilaire once again. St. Hilaire is driving. This goes down to middle, goes down to the boundary for 4. Again, right through the fielder there. They just seem to have bunks in front of him and right through the fielder.
Well, you know what? I think I had a little opportunity to get to that 123, and he messed it up. I think he really messed it up. Oh my golly.
125. Final delivery. Edwards. Full toss, hit down to long on. And they would settle for 1. They're looking for a second, which is really non-existent. And the batsman will be run out. So a single in the last delivery, 126 for 3. Bayleaf Blasters winning the toss and asked to bat first. Ended at 126 for 3 in the 10 overs.
I'm a bit disappointed with that last wicket. I think St. Hilaire really should have thought about coming back for the second. No, there was Dennis Smith. Obviously wants to come back, and St. Hilaire has no interest whatsoever. Maybe he didn't take the first run quickly, and in the end, dismissed, run out. Oh, he's hobbling a little bit.
Yeah, 100 yes. Probably that's why he maybe couldn't. Just look at him holding the back of his leg there. 126 for 4 in 10 overs, and I would think that it's 11 runs more than the captain Devon Smith would have wanted to. He did say 115. They got up to 126 for 4, and should feel very comfortable. But I must say also that I think that Ginger Generals would have felt good in that they were able to come back strongly to limit them to 126 for 4.
Yeah, that's right. I think it looked as though they would have been getting maybe to about 130, 135 thereabout. But you're right. The Ginger Generals came back well. Couple of good overs, reasonable overs by Edward, and 126. It is sizable total, not modest, sizable. and it will take quite a bit of getting to overhaul it.
Yeah, competitive total it is. Just a look at the scorecard. Jelani Robinson was bowled by St. Paul for 48. He faced 21 deliveries, hits 4 sixes and 3 fours. Kavim Hodge run out Edwards, and he went for also 48 from 27 deliveries, and he had 2 fours and 4 sixes. Dennis Smith, Devon Smith was caught by Milius of Bull of Redhead for 7. St. Clair run out for 7. Devon Smith not out, no score. The score 126 for 4. Just a bit of the bowling. Denroy Charles 2 overs for no maiden 25 runs, no wicket. Kimo Peters 2 overs, no maiden 26 runs, no wicket. Peters did come in for some 6, particularly in the second over. Reynolds Charles 2 overs, no maiden 29 runs, no wicket. St. Paul 1 over for 19 runs, picked up 1 wicket. Again, St. Paul really came in for some 6. Edward 2 overs for 21. Nicholas Redhead 1 over for 6 runs and picking up 1 wicket. The score 126 for 4 as we go down to Shireen. I think you have someone down there. Over to you, Shireen.
Thanks. Here with me, I have Jelani Robinson of the Bayleaf Blasters. Jelani, Bayleaf Blasters are on the cusp of qualifying for their first ever Dream 11 final. Tell us a little bit about your batting performance today.
To be honest, we just went out and enjoyed ourselves. We had a close game yesterday. You know, batting first is you always have to put on a good score. So after the first couple balls, actually, myself and Kavem just decided that we're just going to go hard. You know, and it actually paid off.
Okay, and we know whenever the Blasters and the Generals meet, we can bet our bottom dollar that we'll see a lot of power hitting. You came in and you powered through 48 runs. Tell us personally how the pitch was playing for you.
The pitch, honestly, for the tournament has been a good batting wicket. I think the Generals bowl a bit too slow, you know, so which allowed myself and Kavem to get a lot under the ball, you know. So I think that works in our favor the way they bowl, but the pitch on a whole is playing pretty good.
Okay, and we know the danger the opening pair of the Ginger Generals can be. How comfortable are you guys with the score posted of 126?
Actually, our target was anything over 120, so 126 is just thereabout. We know how dangerous they are. Actually, the top 3, you know, the 2 openers and Kato, so we know we need to have a total on the board where we could actually have some leeway to maybe make 1 or 2 errors, because you know you're playing cricket, you know. So I think 126 is a competitive score, but we still have to do the right things out there.
Thanks very much and all the best in your defense.
Thank you.
Still have Larry Edwards.
Okay, here with me is Larry Edward of the Ginger Generals. Larry, we know that Blasters and Generals throughout this tournament, you guys have had some keen competition between yourselves. Tell us about the Generals' performance this afternoon.
First of all, I still believe it's a defendable total. 126, you know, on a good pitch like this, I believe that our batsmen can get it. But bowling-wise, I think probably we could have squeezed in a little, you know, defend a little bit more. Different tactics today. We are hoping that the tactics work today, but all of it didn't really work out in our favor today.
Okay, and with 126 runs, how comfortable are you guys with that score? Do you think you can chase it?
Yeah, bearing that every game we have always had a batsman who scored. You know, Kimani got 3 man of the matches already. So the equation right now, it seems like it's if we get 2 batsmen or 3 batsmen getting runs, then it seems like the win is gonna be in our favor. So I have no doubts that 126, 127 to get is definitely or should be a gettable total.
Okay, and at the last edition of the Dream 11 Spice, and we saw Ginger Generals nearly making it into the finals, and now you're again possibly contending for a spot. How important is this win today for you guys?
Yeah, it's a big win. Looking at the team this year, we definitely have an all-round team, bowling and batting, and we know the confidence is there in the team. We believe that deeply, collectively, that we can chase down any total this year around. So I believe definitely we should get this total and reach in the finals.
Okay, all the best in your batting. Back to you, Crony.
Thank you, Cherise. 126 for 4 Bayleaf Blasters, and they probably Stevenson would feel the more confident team going into this, going into the next half of the game.
Well, the 126 runs have already been posted on the board. The run rate being almost 13. That's big. And it means that it will take quite a bit of chasing. But the top order has got some good players. So if they get off to a really good start, and they don't want to be too slow about it. You don't want the scoring rate, the required run rate, to get up to, let's say, about 15. You want to keep it around that 12 mark, around the 11 mark. And when you come down to maybe the final over or two, it should be somewhere around 10 or 9.
Yeah, but it will be a challenge. And, you know, speaking to John during the lunch, and his view, you know, batting under pressure when you know how much you have to get to could be really extra pressure, and it therefore means that your open pair would expect them to start well. We would have seen in this particular game, Bayleaf Blasters put it on 80 for the opening stand, and this was done in quick time, just 6 overs, and really set the platform really to kick off with the next 4 overs. They didn't do as much, but certainly I think they would have done quite enough. I think they, as we hear the interviews, seem to be in a comfortable position in that they probably would have scored a little more than they expected. And therefore, I do believe they would feel a confident team. But certainly, we cannot take nothing away from Ginger Generals. The explosive batting of Milius, the batting of Johan Jeremiah, and also the batting of Kato. And this, in my view, would be 3 key players that probably can make a difference the way this match, to determine the way the match goes.
Yeah, that's right, and that's why I think this match is going to be very keenly contested, and it should generate a great deal of excitement.
So we'll take just a quick break. We will be back with you shortly to see the commencement of the Ginger Generals batting, trying to get up to 127 for victory.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Seoul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Seoul, wherever your journey begins.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
I can't wait for T10. I can't wait to enjoy myself in a stadium. I'ma show every
So Bayleaf Blasters, don't forget, got 126 for 4 in the allotment of 10. And the Ginger Generals will be seeking to run that down, chase that down. It's an uphill task. Here is the first delivery. That is slanting down the leg side. Milius coming forward and looking to turn that behind square leg. The umpire signaled that was a wide. So they're off the mark already. Don't forget they require 126 of 60.
That was a missed opportunity down the leg side, stumping.
Well, so here is Hodge, Kabeem Hodge, moves in now to bowl to Milias, who is coming forward and driving the ball up to mid-wicket. Will get a comfortable single. So he's off the mark. The total has gone to 2 without loss. Johan Jeremiah comes in to strike. He's such a fine player. 2 batsmen with maybe contrasting temperament and contrasting handedness too. Johan Jeremiah, the left-handed stylish batsman, and Milius, who right-handed, could be belligerent. Here's a delivery that is pushed up on the offside, just in front of him. But the fielder is on the edge of the circle, and they get 1. So, 3 without loss. Beg your pardon. Sorry for the coughing. Here he is once more. In, and Milius is coming forward, drives the ball up to long on. Will get a comfortable single. And the total has gone now to 4 without loss. Had quite a lot of talking to do today, John.
I realize.
I think it's having its toll on my voice now.
I realize.
Hodge once more moves in, this time to bowl to Jeremiah. And Jeremiah is lifting that down to the long on area. That's a fine shot. That's gone all the way for 6. Got to the pitch of it. Went right under it. And lifted it nicely over the long off area. Well, long on area. Almost straight back past the bowler actually. And that went very nicely. Good response there by Jeremiah. He's now gone on to 7. The total has gone to 10 without loss. Hodge once more. Not very impressed with that, is he? In and both to Jeremiah. Jeremiah gets a good delivery. Brings him forward. Nicely flighted delivery. And he pushed it out to extra cover. Devon Smith is fielding there. No run. So the long off is on the boundary. Looking for the other man. Right, the deep mid-wicket boundary. Is another man is there. Here is a delivery that is hit down long on. Once more, 4 runs. Well, that one was almost as straight as the first one. Came forward, got to the pitch of it, and lifted it nicely over long on. So that's 4 more to Jeremiah. He's gone into double figures, 11. And after the first over, 14 runs coming off it. This is a good start.
Yes, a very good start there by the Ginger Generals. Johan Jeremiah hitting 2 lovely boundaries, 1 for 6 and 1 for 4. Kabeem Hodge just guilty of missing the mark, and Jeremiah hitting him for 2 lovely boundaries.
Yeah, he really did miss the mark. And anything in this version of the game that is loose, they're going to go after you. And of course, with the field placing restriction in the first 4 over, batsmen can take those kinds of chances, and it paid off. So still think though that even if the field was out, mid-on tends to be a little bit wider. It could have yielded 4. Here is Pascal moving in now to bowl to Milius, who is out of shape because he looked to hit that over long on and didn't make contact. Keeper just going around to his left, collects the ball, and the total remains on 14. 14 without loss, but that's his style, of course, when he's playing that version, is Milius goes after almost everything. He is belligerent, hits the ball hard, and by nature, he's full of aggression. Pascal is in now to bowl to Milius, who is advancing down the track, lifts that over the forward square area, and that's going to go all the way for 6. Well, he used his feet well, and he walked down the pitch. I didn't want to say dance down the track. When you're dancing down the track, it's more like for the spinner. But there he was, advancing, used his feet well, and lifted it nicely over the mid-wicket area, and it went all the way for 6. That was a fine shot by Milius. He's gone to 8. It's 20 without loss.
Yes, a big shot there by Milius, hitting this one way over the square leg boundary, picking up 6. A lovely shot.
Pascal, the veteran, won't be very happy with that. Goes back from the top of his mark and begins to move in once more. Just about now, started, stop. There's a third man push back on the boundary, extra cover. Cover mid-off bowls, and he's hitting that ball over the bowler's head, and that's going to go down over the long off area. It's gone for 6 runs. That was a clean hit. Well, don't forget there is the field restricting area, and Milius saw the opportunity to drive it, lift it. He didn't want to hit that along the ground at all. Went right under it and lifted it over the boundary line. So that's 6 runs. So he's into Pascal now. He's already hit a 6 and a 4. Well, that last one was the 6. The previous one was a 4. And the warrior in Pascal is going to go back. So 2 6s, I beg your pardon. Here he is once more, is Pascal in, bowls to Milius, who turns out, he's chopped there at the short fine leg. Well, it was a diving effort there. He got inside the line, was a short delivery, and was looking to pull, and just spilled the catch. Now, who's that fielder? Who do we make him to be?
Saint-Hilaire.
Yeah. Oh, Nickelwick, please don't do that. Don't do that. But I guess all of that is in life. He made the effort, though. Let's look at it on the replay. But he really should have pulled the catch off. When you get there and you got both hands, you need to take them. So 27, the batsman did take the opportunity to get the single. As here is Pascal moving in this time to bowl to Jeremiah, who is driving, gets the ball out to extra cover. Doesn't cue it all that well, but it went all along the ground and couldn't pierce the outside field, which is rather strong. Backward point, cover, extra cover mid-off, mid-on. There's a deep mid-wicket, backward square, fine leg in the circle, third man right back on the boundary. That's the field for Pascal, who's had a couple of 6s hit off his bowling already. Moves in now to bowl to Jeremiah, who is driving the ball up to mid-off and hits it hard into the ground and can't score. So the over comes to an end. Productive over there for the Ginger Generals. 13 coming off it. 2 overs gone, 27 without loss.
Yes, a good start by the Ginger Generals. 27 from 2 overs. Well over the required run rate, and it's a very good start by the Ginger Generals.
Yeah, good start. How important it is to capitalize on the power play, field restriction, and they certainly have been doing that. So here is a new over by Hodge, bowls, and turned it up on the onside. They go to for a single. And they get it in the end comfortable. So total moves by 1 now to 28. 28 without loss. As Johan Jeremiah, the left-hander, now comes into strike. Here once more is Hodge. Into his second over. Fairly expensive first over. 14 went from it. He's in now and bowls to Jeremiah. Jeremiah is coming forward and pushes the ball out to mid-off. Ball traveling much too quickly for the single. So dot ball. Not very often you see many dot balls in this version. Here's a delivery that brings him forward. Could do no more. Pushes the ball out to extra cover. Devon Smith there like a middle-aged cat came in very quickly there and picked it up. There's a FIFA leg before. The ball struck him on the pad, went out on the offside, and St. Hilaire coming in very quickly. The batsman could not have been prevented. The ball going down to a shortish third man. They get what was leg by. Total has gone by 1 to 29. So it's been a pretty good over so far by Hodge, as Milius now comes in to strike. He's there and bowls, and Milius is bowled. Oh, bowled him. He was looking really to go onto the back foot, and I think the bowler saw him coming and squeezed him. And so they've lost their first wicket. The dangerous Milius has just been bowled by Hodge. He's gone for 16, and absolutely the Ginger Generals are very happy indeed.
Actually, this one came off the pad. Yeah, drifting into Milius and just crumping him and coming off his right pad and cannon into the stump. And a rather unfortunate dismissal there by Kimani Milius.
Well, you know, John, I always argue quite a lot about what might be deemed an unfortunate dismissal.
An unusual mode of dismissal.
Okay, I'll work with that. I'd live with it. So out goes Milius, and Cato, the captain, has come in to join Jeremiah, who is on 11, is 29 for 1.
Yes, a big blow there by Kevin Hodge picking up the wicket of Milius. Milius has been the outstanding batsman for the Ginger Generals, and it will take a very big effort by Captain Kito and Jeremiah from here on.
Yeah, you're right. Cato has just taken guard, and Hodge, who's had a very good second over, in and bowls to Cato. Cato is coming forward, turns it behind square on the leg side, goes through for a quick single. They get it rather comfortably in the end. Just got inside the line and used the tide very well, turned it to backward square. So a good over there by Hodge that yielded only 4 runs, picked up the prize wicket of Milius. So with his spell completed, 2 overs no more, picked up 1 for 16. The Ginger Generals, they've pushed on to 30 for 1, 3 overs gone.
An excellent over by Kevin Hodge, picking up the important wicket of Milius and only conceding some 3 runs, really. So a very good breakthrough and a very good over by Kevin Hodge.
Yes, so 30 of the first 3, so exactly 10 runs per over. They still require 13.66. That's the asking rate, which is going to be challenging. So what happens over the course of the next couple of overs, going to be very interesting indeed. Sherman Lewis is brought into the attack from the far end, and he's gone off his long run. He's really far away in the distance, moves in to bowl to Cato. He's just about there now and bowls, and Cato gets a no ball, but it was a good delivery right up in the chest area, one that was short and into the rib cage, and he had to really use his bottom hand. I thought he handled it well, is Cato, but it was a no ball, so he's got an opportunity now for this free hit. What is he going to do with it? Not a lot of the free hits have yielded boundaries so far in this tournament. So he's got an opportunity, Cato, to do something big, and Cavalier turns again once more. Lewis from the top of his mark in bright sunshine begins to move in. This is a free hit. Bowls now to Cato, and Cato is getting a short delivery outside the off stump. Well, he'll have to reload because that's a wide, and Smith going around collects behind the stumps. So 1 more to the total, which has gone to 32, but the free hit is still intact. That was a wide. There's so much pressure on the bowler, of course, when he bowls the no ball, because he knows that no matter what happens, the bowler cannot be legged before, cannot be bowled, he cannot be caught. Could be run out though, as Lewis once more moves in to bowl to Kato, and Kato is getting onto the back foot and lifts that. That's going to go down to the mid-wicket area. The catch is going to be taken, but that doesn't matter at all. And they come back for what would be the just a single.
Yeah.
Oh, now that's poor.
Yeah, very poor. I think with the batsman knowing it's a no ball and it couldn't be out caught, you would think that a much better effort would have made to at least stick to.
Yes, I agree. I believe that that ball, while it was airborne, could have easily got down for the single. And then when the catcher had to catch the ball and then throw it back in from a distance about 70 yards, the chances of you getting a second run is very much on. Well, Jeremiah comes in to strike, 33 for 1. As here once more is Lewis in, this time to bowl to Jeremiah. And Jeremiah is off the back foot and cuts the ball down to third man. As St. Hilaire is down there, sends the return. Not the best service in the world, but Smith cleans it up. They went for 1, so 1 more to Jeremiah, who's now gone on to 12. And the total has moved on to 34 for 1. Brings the right-handed skipper into action. He's on 2. So a little bit of stemming of the tide and flow of runs here by the bowlers. They've come back pretty well. The bowlers here is in once more outside the off stump, and he's off the back foot and cuts that well down to the boundary area through extra cover for 4. Fine shot. Well, it might have been the slower delivery too, and he delayed the shot. And he hit that nicely. Let's see whether there's... Oh, he hit it well. And that went down to the extra cover boundary for 4. Fine shot there by Kato. He's gone to 38 for 1.
Yeah, a good shot by Kato. And this delivery, Lewis, just providing some whiff. And Kato using all of his arms and just putting this one over the infield down to the boundary for 4.
He's in once more. Is Lewis just about there now and bowls to Kato. Kato is getting a Yorker-like delivery right up in the block hole. You can hear him grunting as he delivered the ball, pushed up to mid-on, and the batsman had time to cross for 1. So 1 more to the total. Kato's gone to 7. Total has moved on now to 39 for 1. Brings the left-handed Jeremiah into strike. So this match is still very much open. They require 88 from 38 balls, but they've got quite a bit of hitting to get there. Is once more Lewis moves past the umpire and bowls to Jeremiah, who is coming forward, steers the ball down to backward point, thought about the single, made a couple of steps to his left, and the ball was stopped there. Was that St. Hilaire?
No,
it wasn't. Who was it?
Ramnot.
Oh, it was Ramnot who did that.
A diving stop.
Oh, it was. I didn't make him out there. Good old Ramnot, that veteran on the field. That's why Devon Smith went there and tapped him and applauded him.
Yeah, that
well
was
done.
A diving stop.
Yeah, good. Well done by the older statesman. Here he is, 39 for 1. No wonder I saw that you were giggling your own self. Here is once more delivery that is he's looking to turn that to mid-wicket and succeeds in doing so via the pad. So a leg by signal by the umpire. The over comes to an end. Yes, the over's come to an end. So 4 overs gone, 40 for 1. So the run rate is exactly 10 runs per over, and Lewis 9 runs coming off his over.
Yes, a decent over there by Lewis. An over with a little bit of pace in it, and just conceding some 9 runs and a very good going there by Lewis. The power play yielding only some 40 runs, and Ginger Generals would really have to pick up and produce some really big overs if they are to win this game.
Yes, because the required run rate now is 14.50. Now that's big. Now they don't want over the next couple overs to go for to produce anything less than, let's say, 14-15 runs per over. If they do that, then I think they're going to be in more than a spot of bother. So here is Richard Rogers. We'll move into bowl to Jeremiah. Outside the off stump, cuts the ball down to backward point, and that's gone for 4. Outside the off stump, pretty wide, and he reached for it, Jeremiah, and cut it behind the third man and backward point, and it went very quickly across the turf for 4. Fine shot, And the total has now moved on to 44 for 1.
A lovely shot by Jeremiah. This ball, Rogers just dragging it wide outside the off stump, and Jeremiah in such good form found the gap. Excellent.
44 for 1. Jeremiah has got to 16. Here is Rogers once more in to bowl to Jeremiah, who is cutting the ball this time to the right of the third man area, and with the same result. That's going to go over the boundary line. That's 4. Short outside the off stump, rocked onto the back foot, and cut it much squarer this time. And it went to the right of third man down to the boundary for 4. So 2 fours coming in successive deliveries. He has gone out to 20. That's Jeremiah. The total has moved on, rushed on out to 48 for 1.
Yes, and another excellent shot by Johan Jeremiah.
Yeah, good shot. The required run rate now 13.94. They need a couple more boundaries, as here is once more Rogers bowl. He's off the back foot, hits that down to a backward point. Will get a comfortable single. One more to Jeremiah. I know Raphael Crony is looking on with keen interest.
Yes.
Secretly, all our commentators got their own individual teams that they would love to see bring it home.
Yes, and finally he
admitted which team.
He broke the silence.
We won't tell our listeners who we're referring to, but Raphael, he had it in his mind for very, very long time, deep inwardly back in a particular team, but we won't disclose exactly who that is. If he wants to do that, well, we leave that up to him. Here's Rogers in now and bowls to Cato, and Cato to this delivery is hitting that over the deep backward square area, and that's going to go for 4. A couple of bounces over the boundary line. That was a poor delivery outside the leg stump, and Cato just got inside of it as if waiting for it and lifted it nicely over the infield, and that went that was a beautiful shot. It really was. Nobody moved at all. So well it was struck. 4 more to Cato, who's gone to 11. The 50 has come up. It's now 53 for 1. Here is Rogers again in and bowls to Cato. Cato is lifting that. That's gone once more over the backward square area, and that's gone for 4 more. Well, he stretched the left pad down and across, and then went down on one knee and lifted it nicely. That was a beautiful shot, really well executed. And the backward square and the fine leg, both of them looked helplessly as the ball sailed over the head. Couple of bounces over the boundary line. He's gone now very quickly to 15, and the total has gone to 57 for 1. Fine shot.
Lovely shot. Lovely.
Bad bowling. He's sinking down the leg side. He's got a pretty good offside feel, and that's where he should be bowling. Here's a delivery. That's much better. And pushed up to short extra cover. Devon Smith came in very quickly, couldn't prevent the batsman from crossing for the single. So 1 more to Cato, who's now gone on to 17, and the total has moved on. It's gone to 16. We're seeing, is it 16 or 17? It's gone to 16. Jeremiah is 21. And the total has moved to 58 for 1, so they require some 69 from 30.
Our co-commentator, Mr. Crony, is in a somber mood. I don't know why, because both teams are still in with a chance of winning.
That's right. There's no need to be somber now.
There's no need to be somber.
Absolutely no need. I think you gave it away a little, John. I think you gave it away a little. But we still will try to be very cautious not to let you know what our co-commentator Raphael Crowley's emotions and feelings are like. 58 for 1, and Ramnath is going to be Alvin Ramnath is going to come in. That's one of John's favorite cricketer, you see, and he's going to be moving in now to bowl to Cato. Here he is, bowls to Cato. Cato is off the back foot, pulls it hard, tugs it from outside the off stump down to long on, as Lewis, it seems, comes off the boundary there and just sends the ball back. So the batsman had time to cross for 1. So 1 more to the total. Cato's gone to 17, 59 for 1, as the left-handed Johan Jeremiah comes in to strike. So here once more is Ramnath. Could we be something as a hero today? Moves in now to bowl to Jeremiah. He's just about there and bowls, and Jeremiah is pulling that through the mid-wicket area, and that's a fine shot. In fact, it's gone all the way. Lovely shot. rocked onto the back foot and went very deep into the crease. He was not looking to hit that on the ground at all. He wanted to hit it airborne, and he lifted it in a very regal manner over the mid-wicket area, and that went for 6, cleared it about 5 feet. He's gone now to 27. Here he is again, bowls outside the off stump, and in a very clever, skillful manner opens the face of the bat and sends the ball, hits the ball down to a sweeper position down on the deep cover boundary and got a single. So 1 more to his total. He's gone to 28, 66 for 1. Brings the right-handed Cato, who is 17, into strike. So here once more is a delivery that is outside the off stump onto the back foot, and he hits that sweetly. That's a fine shot. Oh, that's a flat shot. That went for 6. Beautiful shot outside the off stump, and Cato was off the back foot. And how well he hit that. Oh, he really hit it well. It was flat. And it just kept going flat, and it still cleared the boundary by about 10 yards. That was a fine shot. So Cato has gone to 23, 72 for 1. Ramnut is in again. Bowls to Cato, who is onto the back foot, hits that over mid-wicket in contrasting location, and that's gone for 6 more. Same result, similar result, although different part of the boundary, on the field rather. And that was a big hit. So Cato has gone to 29. This is turning out to be a big over. Oh, so 20 runs have come off the over so far, and still 1 more to go.
Yes, a magnificent shot. This ball going way onto the second tier, right, and on top of the eastern stand. A magnificent shot there by Cato. Really expensive over there by Ramnot. 20 runs so far, and still one delivery to go.
Well, look how far that ball has gone. Up in the second tier. Oh my golly, that's huge. That must be more than 100 yards. Well, these guys are not big men, you know. They're not big. But a couple of things. 1, you've got to time it well, and 2, the bats are not like those of yesteryear, are they?
No, yeah.
No, when you hit them, they stay hit. I'm sure you'd have loved to have a couple of those in your time.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Here's Ramdat moving in once more to bowl to Cato. He's there now and bowls, and Cato is very studious in defense and gets deep into the crease off the back foot and pushes the ball up to long on as Pascal comes off the boundary, and they amble a single. So that completes the over. At the end of it, 79 for 1, 79 for 1. The current run rate is now 13.17. Now they've brought it down, John, to 12. I'm sure the next over they'll want to bring it to about 11.5 thereabout, or maybe just about 11, and that makes this game a very, very interesting one. 48 of 24.
Yes, very true. A very expensive over there by Ramnot. And Stevenson, I am going to vacate my post. Raphael Crone is going to join you.
Yes.
I have done my stint for the day.
Yes.
So,
well, all the best to you, John.
Yes, Crone is going to predict.
Yes, and we've got should be a great day tomorrow, God's willing. John Eugene, this is the last time we're hearing him for the day. Raphael Crone has just come in alongside me. Ginger General 79 for 1. They need 48 of 24. It's gettable as Lewis, who bowled 1 over for 9. He want to do something similar with this over. And if he can bowl another over for just about 9 or less, well, he'll be happy with that. His captain, Devon Smith, is going to be happy with that too. Third man, backward point, cover, sweep on the boundary. Lewis is in and bowls to Cato. Cato is coming inside the line. There's an appeal for leg before. Not outsets the umpire. He was coming inside the line, looking to tickle it maybe down to fine leg. And Lewis went up screaming at the umpire, asking him how was that. But the umpire said no, that was outside the leg stump. But at least it was a dot ball, 79 for 1. So there's going to be a little bit of a change, The long on, the third man is brought inside the circle. Who is being pushed back? Nobody's being pushed back. So there are 5 men right back on the boundary, both offside and onside. Here he is now, and bowls is Lewis. Lewis, he's coming forward. Is Cato looking to drive? That one kept a little low. Difficult take there for Smith, but the good thing about this is that he covered it well, and the ball hit him on the pad, somewhere around the pad, and then ricocheted out on the offside, and the batsman crossed for what was a bye. So the left-handed Johan Jeremiah, who's 28, comes in to strike. Cato has overhauled him now. He's 30, 80 for 1. We're in over number 7. This is turning out to be an interesting contest. 47 of 22.
Yeah, we long awaited a sort of competitive game, and we have seen it in this most important game here. Both teams are fighting really hard to come up with yours.
Lewis to Jeremiah. Jeremiah is coming forward, drives the ball up to long on and gets a comfortable single. Pascal is down there and sends the return back. So just a single. This is a good over so far by Lewis. Pretty good. And they've just put a little bit of screw on to the scoring here now. Devon Smith is busy out there making sure everyone is exactly where he wants them. The same thing applies to Sherman Lewis. He wants to know everyone is where he wants them positionally. Turned from the top of his mark, but realized that the batsman was not quite ready. Wheels are wrong again, and still realizes that, so he's going to move forward now. In to bowl to Cato. And Cato is getting a short delivery that he goes to tug down to fine leg. This might go all the way. There's a chase for it, and he can't pull it back. That's gone for 4. Well, maybe a little bit of luck there. If you're batting, you gotta think about getting a bit of luck. Went inside the line and looking to hit that down to backward square. The ball must have taken the top part of the bat, or maybe the glove or something, and then went down to the boundary for 4. So a bit of fortunes there. 4 runs to Cato, however. He's gone to 34. It's now 85 for 1.
Yes, coming off the top edge and going over short fine leg. Really not where he intended, but I think the result is a desired result. Picking up another important boundary. Cato, 34 from 15 deliveries and 85 for 1. Really, we have seen a really competitive game here that still can go anywhere.
Yeah, Cato is down there. He's stooping. I think it might have gotten a bit of a blow on the hand. He thought so. Maybe the magic spray has come out, and they're just attending to him. Both umpires have gone up just to confirm, that maybe it's an authentic injury, and
yeah, probably came off just the wrist area probably. So the glove and just taking a bit of the hands.
Right. So while they're doing a bit of giving him a bit of medical attention, he's taking the opportunity to have a bit of water that was brought out onto the field for him. So
well deserved break for both teams. It really have been hot going from ball 1.
Yes. So what do we have here? 42 of 20. Gettable. The required run rate is 12.60. They're going now at 12.75. So it is gettable. I think everything is okay now. The physio has just run off the ground, and Cato seemed to be all right, seemed to be fine. And so we're gonna get going again after a slight interruption. 85 for 1. So both teams getting off to good starts. That's the important thing. Lewis, none for 14 into his second over. He's got 2 deliveries remaining, and he will move in to bowl to Cato, who is 34. There he is, leaning forward, straightens up his approach. He's passing the umpire now and bowls to Cato. Cato is coming forward, driving the ball up to long on. Drove it very nicely too, and gets a comfortable single as Kavim Hodge, who is stationed down there, strategically down there at long on. So 1 more to Cato's total. He's gone to 36, 86, 35, beg your pardon, 86 for 1. This is the final delivery in this over coming up, as Lewis will prepare to bowl to Johan Jeremiah, who's 29. He's stabilized the inning so far. Here he is now, moving past the umpire there, and bowls to Jeremiah. Jeremiah is having a big swish at that one outside the off stump. Might have been a slower delivery too, doesn't make contact. And the over comes to an end. So the end of the over, Sherman Lewis has bowled his 2, none for 15. So I thought he did very well in the end. 41 required of 18 balls. We've got a match on hand.
Yes, certainly we definitely have a match on our hands. Jeremiah 29 from 19, K2 35 from 16. Interestingly, after the first 6 overs, we saw that the score was Bayleaf Blasters was 80. And we have now seen after 7 overs 86 for 1. So
even Stevens, right?
Really even Stevens, and certainly he can go anywhere. We expected at 80 after 6 overs that the score would have been much larger for Bayleaf Blasters. So they did kind of fell away in the end. Now Ginger Generals, they have the next 4 overs to get 41 runs, and is a team that plays the better game. Coming off the end of the batting will really come through in this one.
Oh, Rafael, we generally leave it up until the 8th over to get our little prediction going. So we still got 1 more over to go. I don't want to do that prematurely at all. We've just finished 7 overs. So here is Michael Dubisette, who's going to move in to bowl to Kato. Bowls to Kato. Kato is off the back foot, cuts the ball down to cover, will get a comfortable single. The return comes into the keeper. Good service there. So 1 more to Kato, who's gone to 36. But they need to get 2 boundaries in this over. That's going to be important. They need at least 2 boundaries here. 87 for 1. Ginger General. The left-handed Yuan Jeremiah, who's 29, comes into strike. A lot would depend upon him. He's there from the commencement of the innings. He obviously would want to bat right through. But if he's going to bat right through, he's also got to make sure that he brings his team home. Dubisette from the far end moves in lovely conditions. There now and bowls to Jeremiah. Jeremiah's bowled! Oh, bowled. I can't say neck and crop because he obviously got an inside edge. Looking to swing across the line. The ball took on the edge. Went into the stumps. The bails are spattered. And so Jeremiah goes there. Bowled by Dubisette for 29. And the Ginger Generals, well, they've lost another wicket as he is gone for 29. 87 for 2. Out goes Jeremiah. In comes Daniel McDonald.
Yeah, and a slower delivery there. And Jeremiah looking to pull. I think he played a bit too early. And he took the bottom edge and went into the stumps. Again, Dubisette is known to use quite a lot of variation, and this second delivery was not as quick as the first one. And Jeremiah looking to clear the mid-wicket boundary, taking the bottom edge and going into the stump. Important blow struck there by Dubisette.
Well, a new batsman has come to the crease, but maybe Ginger Generals may say that they've got Kato still there on 36. It's not like though you've got 2 new batsmen there. It does help when one is new and one has been there for some time. Dubisette, 87 for 2. 40 needed of 16. Moves in now to bowl to McDonald, who hits that down to the long on area with the catch be taken. Yes, gone. Well, Daniel McDonald cut down there on the long on boundary. And so another wicket has fallen. 2 and 2. Dubisette is doing something special here, and so there goes McDonald, cut down there on the long on boundary. Kabeem Hodge taking the catch. He's gone without scoring, and Ginger Generals, they're now 87 for 3.
Yeah, good blow struck again by Dubisette. Again, slower delivery, almost similar delivery. Jeremiah was looking to pull squarer, and there we see McDonald looking to hit a little bit straighter. And again, he had to reach for it, and again, the slow nature of that delivery, he wasn't able to get hold of it, and only succeeded in hitting it down the long on, where comfortable catch taken by Hodge. So once again, we see the pendulum swinging again as Bayleaf Blaster just looking to take the stronghold at this time.
Yes. So then Roy Charles has come out there to join Kato, but the batsman crossed while the ball was airborne. Here is Dubisette moving in now to bowl to Kato. And Kato is getting a delivery right up in the block hole. Now they've hustled for one. They're going to come back for the second. The return is not going to be come in. Well, I just thought that there would have been a greater effort to attack that ball and put the batsman under pressure. But they decided against really throwing. That's the fielder down there at deep mid wicket. Decided against really throwing the ball in. Maybe moved too slowly, was not very quick off the mark. 2 more to Kato's gone to 38 of 18, 89 for 3. As Dubiset once more goes back. He's picked up 2 for 3 of his first over. 4 deliveries already gone. Moves in to bowl once more to Kato. He's there and bowls, and Kato is making room outside the off stump. Tucks the ball down to the deep long on area, and that goes all the way for 6. Well, it was challenging. Must have gotten a hand to it, I think, but parried it over the goal line, if you want to talk about football in term, and it went down to the boundary, 6 runs.
Well, it was a slower delivery again, and let's see, the fielder just getting up, getting both hands hit, but really going over for 6. And you see Kato having to reach for it, that slower delivery, and just was able to clear that long on fence. Another and important shot that picked up 6 runs.
He's gone to 44 of 19. Lot will depend upon him. So they need 32 of 13. Here he is once more from the far end. Is Dubiset, and he is going to bowl to Kato. He's there now and bowls, and Kato is turning the ball up on the onside. Let's wait to see what the umpire is going to suggest. It's a leg by, but a welcome leg by, I would think, by Kato, who would want to take the strike at the end of the over. He's gone to 44 of 20, 96 for 3. They require 31 of 12, 31 of 12. So 8 overs have gone, and this is where the commentators will now make their own prediction here. And I could almost think what Rafael Croni's prediction is going to be. I would say that Rafael is booking that the Ginger Generals are going to win this. That's my personal thought, but I believe the Bayleaf Blasters are going to win, and I believe that they're going to win by 13 runs.
Well, I'm not so sure that you're correct to say that. I would say that Ginger Generals is going to win. I think, to be fair, 96 for 3. We have 12 deliveries to go 31 required. It can still go anywhere, but I would think that right now I would give Bayleaf Blaster the edge.
Did I say Ginger General? Bayleaf Blasters.
You said Bayleaf Blaster.
Right. Okay. Correct.
I would give Bayleaf Blaster the edge at this point in time.
All right. So let's see. So here is a new over by Pascal. Oh well, he started and stopped. And he's going to get ready to bowl to Kato. Kato is 44.
Yeah, this particular over would really give us a clear indication of where this game is going to go. It's a critical over, the 9th over, and still 31 runs needed.
Yes, I think Bayleaf Blasters are going to win. So here he's moving in his Pascal bowls outside the off stump, rocked onto the back foot, pulls it down to mid wicket. They've gone for 1. Won't come back for the second. The return goes to the keeper's end. Quite rightly. That was good services there down on the long on boundary. So 1 more for Kato. Well, he would have loved to have 2 there so that he can take the strike. But then Roy Charles comes in to strike. 97 for 3. Kato's gone to 45. Pascal goes back rather pensive.
Yeah, I think the loss of Jeremiah's wicket really would have turned the tide. We have 2 batsmen that can hit from each end. It gives you so much a better opportunity.
Pascal is in, bowls, wayward delivery outside the off stump, confirmed a wide. That was pretty wide. So 1 more to the total, which has now moved on to 98 for 3. So Pascal will have to reload that. He's done for 15 into his second over. And he will use all his skill, versatility, guile, and experience. Is Pascal, who's got a third man, backward point, extra cover, long off, in now, and bowls. And that ball is driven up to the long on area. They've hustled for 1. They're going to come back for the second. The return comes in. I think they'll get there rather comfortably too. So 2 more there to Charles. Well, he's just gotten off the mark. The 100 has now come up. 100 for 3. They need 27 of 10. 27 of 10. And except they get at least 4 or so boundaries, it's going to be very difficult to see them really going over the line. Here he is once more. Pascal to bowl to Charles, and Charles is getting a full toss that he tugs down to the deep mid-wicket boundary, and they get just a single. So 1 more to the total. Charles has now gone on to 3, and the total has moved on to 101 for 3.
Yeah, and Pascal is doing the right thing. You want to bring the ball right up. Just give the batsman the opportunity of maybe looking to play one shot. And he wouldn't be too worried about the 1s and the 2s now, but to avoid getting the boundaries.
Let's see whether he's going to bowl a slower ball to Cato. He's there and bowls. Yorker, bowl him! Bowl him! Oh, he's gone! That was a marvelous delivery. Oh. That was right up in the block hole. And, he was coming down. He was looking to drive that maybe. Played all around and over it. So Cato has gone. Comprehensively bowled in neck and crop of Pascal. Gone for 45. 101 for 4. And Ginger Generals, well, it looks very much now as though the challenge is going to be very challenging. As Pascal has struck, he's now 1 for 18.
Yeah, big blow struck by Pascal there. Again, slow delivery, and Cato looking for the drive. Just come off the pad and just went into the stump. But again, we've seen, bowlers using a lot of variation, which is so important, particularly at this time. And the experience of Pascal, they really coming off, just slowing up that delivery. And look at Cato going for the drive there. And it's coming off his right pad and into the stump. Really a big blow, which certainly, in my view, has turned the game around. And I think Bayleaf Blasters will feel very confident now of coming home victorious.
Yes, well, Javel Paul has just come out there to replace his captain, Cato. And here is Pascal. So he's picked up the prize wicket of Cato, 1 for 18. Turns from the top of his mark and moves in now to bowl to the new batsman in the air. That's going down to third man. Will the catch be taken? It has been taken. Oh, well, the keeper was going to fielders. I think there was a little bit of collision too. Interesting that there was a little bit of collision. Not even sure who in the end took the catch. Now let's look at it. It's short. He's onto the back foot, looking to pull. Both players going after. There was a bit of a collision. The keeper took the catch. Nobody was calling, perhaps. Both of them exuberantly went for it. So Smith, I think, has taken the catch. So Javel St. Paul caught Dennis Smith, the keeper, of the bowling of Pascal without scoring. It's 101 for 5.
Yeah, tremendous over by Pascal. Again, as I said, using all his experience, picking up 2 wickets in this over. The important wicket of Cato. And then again, you could see, again, move variation, a slower delivery, and St. Paul looking to pull, not really getting into the right position, and just going up, just over the keeper's head, who just went back and took an easy catch.
Samuel Charles has come out, and Denny Charles is going to be taking strike. Ball did stay quite a bit in the air. Here is Pascal, moves in to bowl to Denroy Charles, who is getting a Yorker-like delivery right up in the block. Well, this is fine bowling, really good bowling, using all his skill and experience. And so the over has come to an end. 9 overs gone, and it's 102 for 5. 102 for 5. They require 25 of 6, 25 for 6 of 6. And, well, it looks very much here that unless we're going to have a real massive over, which is rather unlikely, it looks very much here that the Bayleaf Blasters, they have just maybe blasted the way home almost to a victory.
Yes, I agree to do that. They certainly is in control. 25 needed off 6 deliveries. 2 basically new batsmen in. And really it's pretty tough for these 2 players. And the experience, now we see Dubuisset, who have picked up 2 wickets for 9 runs in his first over, and he was the one that really turned things around, picking up those 2 wickets. Bowling the final over will be very difficult from here on.
And inside edge down to fine leg, they get a single. Well, there was Dennis Smith just shouting 1-1-1, and got a single. So Denroy Charles has gone to 4. Samuel Charles now comes in to strike. It's 103 for 5 to be set. 2 for 10. I think he started the trouble.
Yes, definitely his over really turned the tide. Picking up to Jeremiah.
He's in and bowls to Samuel Charles. Slow delivery that he hits down to mid-wicket. They've gone for 1. Are they going to come for the second? They decide against it. The return comes in. Not the best in the world. Still, they were trying to go for the second run. And was he run out? No, I think the bowler must have missed it. Dubisset was backing up. The return came in from the keeper, which was not bad. But I think Dubisset just missed it altogether. And he was able to get home. So Denroy Charles comes in to strike, 104 for 5. They need 23 of 4. As here is once more. Dubisset moves in to bowl to Denroy Charles, who is lifting that over down to the long on area. The catch is going to be taken. Yes. So Sherman Lewis coming in there from the long on area came in quite easily. And it was no challenge at all, no big challenge. The cat was taken in a very simple, casual manner. So Dubisset has struck again, and he has now picked up another wicket. He's picked up 3 for 11 of 1.3. And the Ginger Generals, well, they fall into the morass of trouble. They're 104 for 6. And I think the nail is practically in the coffin.
Yeah, you're right. Again, Dubisset picking up another wicket, 3 for 11, with still 3 deliveries to go. But certainly he have come in and really turned things around. When it looked very, very even, coming off the 7th over. But Dubisset picking up 2 important wickets, and certainly Bayleaf Blasters. Well, yeah, the only thing that can happen, there had to be some no balls and probably some wides, 23 from 3. And really, they have played a better cricket. Really, they have played better cricket throughout, and has found themselves in a position to take that important 2 points.
Here is Dubisset bowling to Samuel Charles, who is looking to pull that down to fine leg, and succeeded doing that via the bat, and they get a single. So he's off. He's gone to 2. Larry Edward comes in to strike. He's yet to score, of course, 105 for 6. So this is the final 2 balls to be set. Maybe vying for a man of the match award, maybe. He will move in to bowl to Edward. Edward maybe taking a leg stump guard. So the Ginger General just falling away. Bayleaf Blasters, they've blasted their way here today, and they must be very pleased with their performance. Here is Dubisset, moves in now to bowl to Edward, who is driving, tugs the ball down to the deep middle area. Will the catch be taken? Gone! Good catch, really good catch. Well, it was a challenge, it really was a challenging one. And he came in there very strong down on the deep mid-wicket boundary. And Larry Edward, of course, wanting to hit that over the deep mid-wicket boundary. So Charles goes, cut down there on the deep mid-wicket boundary, and he is gone for how much? He didn't score, did he? And the total has gone out to 105 for 7.
Yeah, good catch taken there. He really had to move and really just take it before he touched the ground, but really is a good catch.
Well, that's the whole veteran down there, isn't he? Yeah, it's Devon Smith, isn't he? Okay, so it wasn't Devon that took the game, really. So that's Devoni, yes, yeah. They got the broad brim hat on, and I know he doesn't normally feel so far down there. There he is, in fact, at extra cover. Sorry. Here's the final delivery coming up. He's there and bowls, and he's going to be taken. Catch taken. Gone. Taken down at a short third man. So that completes the match. Bayleaf Blasters, they've won by 21 runs, and they've really fallen away. And Dubisset has picked up 5. He's gotten a 5 for 12 of 2. Oh, whoa. Well, this is the best bowling figures in the tournament so far. Not very often you get that kind of return. So the Bayleaf Blasters, they've won by 21 runs, 105 for 8, and they must be a very pleased team.
Yeah, tremendous performance by Dubisset. Just coming back when it looked as though it was very tight and match could have gone anyway. But again, using his variations, a number of slow deliveries, the batsman looking for big shots and really was not to the pitch of it and not getting hold of it. And as such, picked up 5 wickets. Really has been a good spell. It's something we have spoken about before in terms of the bowlers using a lot of variation. And the first wicket he got was Jeremiah, and that was crucial. We had Jeremiah and K2 really hitting the ball well, and would have given Ginger Generals a good chance. But as he picked up that wicket, he continued to bowl the slower deliveries, and batsmen found difficulty, and he has ended up picking up 5 wickets. Really, he was the mainstay, the one that really changed the games. And Bayleaf Blasters, you can see the players very, very happy to come home with this one.
Yes, so Bayleaf Blasters very happy to come home with that. They've won by 21 runs. The Ginger Generals ending up with 105 for 8. They really fell apart, really fell apart, and so they'll be very disappointed indeed. So Milius was bowled by Hart for 16. Jeremiah bowled Dubisset for 29. Kato was bowled Pascal for 45, getting an inside edge. And then we had the telephone numbers. McDonald caught Hodge, bowled Dubisset, no score. Denroy Charles caught Lewis, bowled Dubisset 4. Javel St. Paul was caught Dennis Smith of the bowling of Pascal without scoring. Samuel Charles was caught St. Hilaire of the bowling of Dubisset for 2. Larry Edwards was caught Dennis Smith of the bowling of Deboni, of the bowling of Dubisset. He went without scoring. So Peters not out, no score. Extras were 9. 10 overs, of course, yielding 105 runs. In terms of the extras, there were 1 bye, 4 leg byes, 3 wides, and 1 no ball.
Well, I did say that if Ginger Generals were to get up to that score, there are 3 players that had to come well. The 3 top players in Milius, Jeremiah, and Keto. These are the only 3 players that got into double figures. And they had to go on. Probably 2 of them had to go on if they're going to get up to that score of 127 required for victory.
So, before we go into the bowling analysis, we're obviously going to go downstairs for the Man of the Match award, and then we're going to come back up for the bowling analysis. Sharice.
Here with me is Mr. Kerry Pierre, the Secretary of the Grenada Cricket Association, and he's doing the Player of the Match presentation this afternoon, which goes to Mr. Dubisset of the Bayleaf Blasters, scoring the first ever 5-wicket haul of this edition of the Dream 11 Spice T10 and taking 5 wickets for only 12 runs. Tell us about a little bit about your bowling performance this afternoon.
Well, based on how the wicket was playing, I just said that I would back my strength and bowl slow balls into the wicket, and the keeper had confidence in me, and it paid off for us today.
And being able to take your team over to qualifying for the first ever finals of the Dream 11 Spice T10 competition, how does that make you feel?
Well, I feel very proud that I could get my team over the line. We've been praying to reach that final, and we get there this year, and we have 1 more hurdle to cross, and hopefully we could cross it tomorrow, please God. But as I said, I'm very proud.
Coming into this competition, have you set any personal goals for yourself, and would you say you've achieved any one?
Well, I just said that if I'm called upon to bowl, I just want to do the best that I could, and it paid off for me today. I didn't have any goal or so, but I just said that when the ball is in my hand, I have to come up whenever this keeper backs me to do so.
Thanks. Congratulations and all the best in the finals.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Back up to you guys in the commentary booth.
So, Amikel Dubisset, 2 overs, no mids, picked up 5 for 12. What a marvelous spell of bowling that was. So, Hodge in the bowling department, 1 for 16 of 2. Pascal, 2 for 18 of 2. Lewis, none for 15 of 2. Rogers, none for 18 of 1. Ramnat was very expensive. None for 21 of 1, and Amical Dubisset picked up 5 for 12 of 2.
Yes, so as we look at the fall of wickets, we had 3 for 87, and I think this is where it turned from the 4 for 101, 5 for 101, 6 for 104, 7 for 105, and 8 for 105. So really, they have lost a cluster of wickets just coming down to the end there, and really one has to see that Dubisset would have really turned it on.
Five wickets went down for 4 runs, which really was indeed rather mediocre. So that's the situation.
But just to look back at the match, I think it's important that we just view that particular game, because I do believe that it has lived up to the expectation, or really until just when they were 87 for 3, and then things fell apart. It was really, really competitive, and it was good to see that the batsmen came out, Bayleaf Blasters, and batted really well, and it give one that a sense of good feeling to see them bat like that. Ginger Generals, I think they chased well up to 87 for 3, really in it, and that match could have gone anyway from that point. But until Dubisset came in and really turned things around. And one of the key things that as we continue to speak about, you have to use variation in this form of the game, and I think he used the wicket well. He didn't try to bowl fast. He didn't try to do anything. The batsman was looking to hit, and all he did was to slow it up and make it difficult, and picked up 5 important wickets that really caused Bayleaf Blasters to really come away with an impressive victory.
Yes, impressive it was, because they won by 21 runs. Tomorrow, God's willing, should be a classic, and we hope that there would be many more spectators down here to look at the game. So don't forget that the Nutmeg Warriors are going to be coming up. They'll be in battle. And Bayleaf Blasters, well, they have blasted their way there into the finals. This will turn out to be a pretty good encounter.
Yeah, and just before this, we'll have the first game at 11:45. And we are going to have the Saffron Strikers, and they're going to come up against Cinnamon Pieces, and that would be at 11:45. And then we have the big finals coming up at 2:30 as Nutmeg Warriors going to take on Bayleaf Blasters.
Yes, so it should be a blast of a game, and it should be a warrior-like approach to the game. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you the couple of matches that we have today, but we look forward to a great day tomorrow, God's willing, where the final will be taking place. The Warriors, that's the Nutmeg Warriors, will be coming up against the Bayleaf Blasters. We look forward with anticipation tomorrow. Until then, have a very good one.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Energy. The world runs on it every day.
Good morning. Welcome to Soul.
Hi.
Hi.
And when we put the best of the Caribbean together with the energy we harness, everything runs so much smoother. Because at the end of the day, it's all about connecting people.
Happy birthday, Dad.
So, wherever your journey begins.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
Oh gosh, I can't wait for T10. I can't wait to enjoy myself in a stadium. Mama, show everything goes shine. Local talent doing well. Big up on yourself, sing it out. T10. Enjoy this.
I too have felt the impact of this pandemic and miss the days of being able to socialize with the freedom we once had. But it is in these times that we must come together to fight as one people through getting vaccinated and doing what's right. I am Aruna Neptune and I am fully vaccinated. Play your part. Keep yourselves, your loved ones, and your community protected. Spice Mass. Here we come. It's our time again.
Deeply rooted in our rich ancestral traditions. Spice Mass, the return, a celebration of life.
Welcome to Spice Mass 2022. Reviving the spirit of our ancestors through our traditional mass. Jab, the unique celebration of freedom, drenched in black. Feel the power. The rejuvenating sound of pan. A display of colors in fancy mass. And the rebirth of calypso and soca music.
The biggest and safest summer festival in the region, August 8th and 9th. Let's go to Grenada for Spice Mass. Call your booking agents and get your tickets today.
Have you ever seen a jab cooking oil down and Tanya log in the same pot? Neither have we until now, but we guarantee there is a whole lot more amazing things to see on your next trip to Grenada. And if you encourage someone to book an adventure to our island paradise, then you can be one of the winners of special prizes compliments the 473 Connect program by the Grenada Tourism Authority. Sign up at experts.puregrenada.com/473connect.